guys, and welcome back to the Magic Faraway tree. It's the lovely dash sheet that comes with my Faraway book. So I'm gonna get that out the way now. Last time we read The Land of Goodies, and Rick got in a lot of trouble at the end of that story. So we have read quite a lot of the story so far. You can see it is quite a thick book, and we are about halfway through the book, actually probably a little bit more now. So we have read, okay, we have read all of this all the way down to 16. So we read 16 chapters so far. We are going to read Rick get everyone into trouble. So we have read over halfway the book so far. So let's try and find the page now. Rick gets everyone into trouble. Oops, gone past it. Let's do the Land of Goodies there. Let's see, where is it? There we go. So, Rick get everyone into trouble. Chapter 17. Okay, so we left the last chapter by Rick being chased by a man because Rick told his door knocker. So let's see what happens in this one. Okay. When Joe and the others heard the angry voice behind them, they turned in surprise. Nobody but Rick knew what the angry little man was talking about. Knocker, said Joe in amazement. What knocker? We haven't got your knocker. That bad boy is eating my knocker, cried the old man. Cried the man. An old man. Cried the man. And he pointed to Rick. I had a beautiful one made of lovely peppermint, and now that boy has nearly eaten it all up. They all stared at Rick. Rick went very red. That what was left of the knocker was in his mouth. Did you really take a peppermint knocker? Said Joe, glaring at Rick. Whatever were you thinking of, Rick? Well, I never thought, said Rick, swallowing the rest of the knocker in a hurry. It was there on the door, and it looked so nice. I'm very sorry. That's all very well, said the angry man, but being sorry won't bring back my knocker. You're a bad boy. You come and sit in my house till the others are ready to go. I won't have you going about in our land eating knockers and chimneys and windowsills. You better go, said Rick. You better go, Rick, said John. We'll call you. We'll call for you when we're ready to go home. We won't be long anyway. We've eaten enough, quite enough. Poor Rick had to go to the house with the angry little man who made him sit on a stool and keep still. They all wandered off again. You mustn't be there much longer, said Moonface. It's almost time for this land to move on. Look, strawberries and cream. The children stared at the strawberries and cream, and they never seen such a strange sight before. The strawberries grew by the hundreds on strawberry plants, but each plant had its own big glob of ice cream going on it, ready to eat. They are even sugared, said Joe, picking one. Look, my strawberry is powdered with white sugar, and oh, the ice cream is delicious. The, they enjoyed the strawberries and cream, and, and then Joe had a good idea. I know. What about taking some of these lovely goodies back with us? Said Joe. He said, "What's his name would love a plum pie, and the angry pixie would like some of the ice cream flowers, and Dame a lot would like some strawberries." And Mother would like lots of things too, said Beth happily. So they began collecting puddings and pies and cakes. It was fun. The cherry pie had so many cherries that they dipped all down Moonface's leg. "We'll have to take a bath," said Moonface. Said Joe. "You're very sticky." They nearly forgot to call for poor Rick as they passed the house whose knocker he had eaten. He banged loudly on the window, and they all stopped. "Gosh, we nearly forgot about Rick," said Beth. Rick, come on, we're going." Rick came running out of the house. The little man called after him. Now, don't you eat any more knockers again." Goodness, goodness, why have you got all these things?" said Rick in surprise. "Look at all the puddings and pies. They are for our supper." "Rick, how can you think of supper after eating such a lot?" cried John. "Well, I'm sure I couldn't even eat a piece of chocolate before tomorrow morning." "No, these things are for what's his name and Dame a lot and Mother. Come on, Moonface says this land will soon move on." They all went in the hole and led down through the clouds. It didn't take long to climb down the ladder and to the big barn outside Moonface's house. Rick came last, and he suddenly missed his footing and fell back down the ladder on the top of the others below, and he knocked the puddings, pies, and cakes down out of their hands. Down went all the goodies, bumping through the branches, bumping from branch to branch. The children and the others stared after Rick in dismay. They came when then they came Then there came a very angry yell from below. "Who's throwing cherry pies at me? Wait till I get them. I've got cherry and syrup all over me. It burst on my head. Oh, oh." Then there came an angry shout from below, from lower down still. Plum pie in my washing tub. Hot dogs in my washing tub. Peppermint down my neck. You rascals up there. I'm coming up after you. Yes, I am." And from lower still down came a voice from angry pixie, and very angry pixie he was indeed. "Ice cream on my nose, ice cream down my neck. ice cream in my pocket. What next? Who's doing this? Wait till I come up and tell them what I think. The children listened, half frightened and very amused. They began to giggle. Plum pie in them, what a lot of, giggled Joe. Ice cream on pixies, angry pixies, no, said Beth. Look out, I believe they really are coming, said Joe in alarm. Look, isn't that what's his name? They all peeped down the tree. Yes, it is what's his name, climbing up, looking very angry. The saucepan man leaned over a bit too far and nearly fell off. Rick had caught him in time, but one of his whose kettles came loose and fell down. It bounced from branch to branch and landed on poor what's named big head. He gave an enormous yell. What is it, Saucepan? Throwing all these things down the tree. What you want is a good scolding, and you'll get it. And anybody else up there playing tricks will get a fine scolding too. Scolding, said Dame Washalot voice. A scolding, roared the angry pixie not far behind. Gosh, Joe said in alarm. It looks as if the land of scolding is about to arrive up here. I want to go home. You'd better shut the doors, Moonface, and you and Silky and Saucepan had better lie down on the sofa and the bed and pretend to be asleep. Then maybe those angry people will think it's somebody up in the land of goodies that had been throwing all these things down. Joe ought to stay up there and get the scolding, said Moonface gloomily. First he goes and eats everybody's door knockers and get into trouble. Then he falls on us and all the then he falls on us and sends all the goodies down the tree. And going down the slippery slip with the children, said Silky. I'm going down the slippery slip with the children, said Silky, who was afraid of Mr. What's-his-name when he was in a temper. I can't climb up to my house and lock myself in before those angry people come down again. Saucepan, why don't you come too? Saucepan thought he would. So the children and Silky and Saucepan all slid down the slippery slip, just in time too, for Mr. What's-his-name came shouting up to Moonface's door as Joe, who was the last, slipped down. Moonface had shut his door. He was lying on his bed, pretending to be asleep. What's-his-name banged hard on the door. Moonface didn't answer. What's-his-name peeped in at the window. Moonface, wake up, I say. What's the matter? Said Moonface in a sleepy voice, sitting up and rubbing his eyes. Dame Washalot and Angry Pixie came up too. The pixie had ice cream all over him, and What's-his-name had cherry pie down him. They were all very angry. They opened Moonface's door and went in. Who was it that threw all those things down on us? Asked What's-his-name. Where's Saucepan? Did he throw that kettle? I'm going to scold him. Whatever are you talking about? Said Moonface, pretending not to know. How sticky are you? What's his name? And so are you, yelled what's his name. Suddenly seeing cherry syrup shining all over Moonface's leg. It was you who threw the pudding down on me. Oh my, will give you such a scolding. And then all three of them went for poor Moonface, who had terrible scolding. He rolled over to the slippery slip and slid down in a fright. He shot out of the trapdoor just in time to see Silky and the saucepan saying goodbye to the children. They were very surprised when Moonface shot out behind them. I've had such a scolding, wept Moonface. They all scolded me because I was sticky, and they thought I'd thrown all the goodies at them. Oh dear, eh? And now I'm afraid to go back because they all be waiting for me. Poor Moonface, said John. It was all Rick's fault. Listen, Silky can climb back to her house, but you and Saucepan had better come back with us and stay the night. Rick and I will sleep down there on the sofa, and you can have our beds. Mother won't mind. All right, said Moonface, wiping his eyes. That will be fun. Oh, and what a pity we wasted all those lovely goodies. I really do think Rick is a clumsy boy. They all went home together. Poor Rick didn't say a word. He did wish he could make up for all he had done. Oh, poor Moonface. He got in such a trouble for what Rick had done. Oh, what? Rick is very mischievous, and he got poor Saucepan in such a trouble. Oh dear me. Rick is always getting the friend into some sort of trouble each time he goes up the Faraway tree. Well, they might have a lot of fun staying at the children's house. But yes, so that is the next chapter. So I think I may have made a couple of mistakes during that reading, and if I did, please do comment in the comments below, and I would love to hear your thoughts on the story so far. And please, if you do have any books that you would like me to read, please leave them in the comments below, and I will try my best to read those books for you. After I finish this Magic Faraway Land, I will be reading another set of stories, and hopefully you'll be enjoying those too. So please do tune in next time to see how they get on in the next story, which is going to be, let's see, a surprising visitor is our next chapter. So please do tune back for that.